Stone love. Right now, this tour that we're doing now with Ian Levine is something that I think is going to be remembered because it's really, it's putting together some fabulous people that really can make good music, and that's what Motown was all about. When all is said and done, it was about the music, the chart busters, and they had a lot of them. Don't you hear the wind blow? They had a vision of having great talent, and there were so many of them that were great at the same time. It was hard to pay attention to all of them at the same time. And even though I thought that they should have, I think that they probably didn't have enough personnel for that. And so some people got to be, they felt like they were neglected. And probably some of those people you named felt that way and left feeling that way. So
I grew up in Motown, during the Motown days in Detroit, and as you speak of the negative and positive, I experienced both sides of that, living in Detroit and hearing what was going on, the feedback from the layperson as well as the entertainers at Motown, and there were some who had the same negative feelings towards Diana, and I don't know if they were justified or not. I'm not going to comment on that. But we've all grown and matured, and like Jean mentioned, some people were sort of put in the background for others to be pushed ahead, and maybe Berry Gordy had the insight to see that some had, even though they were all talented, some just had a little bit more than others. And Diana's shadow is a pretty big shadow to fill, even though she's a little lady. But even if you are in her shadow, it's still an honor.
Baby, baby, I'm aware of where you go. Each time you leave my door.
We've got the Supremes back together again as much as is humanly possible, basically because Mary Wilson and Motown are in litigation over the name, and no one person can call themselves the Supremes. And we have them together as a group of ex-ladies from the Supremes called Jean, Sherry and Linda of the Supremes.
Now haven't I been good to you, baby? Haven't I been sweet to you? Stop in the name of love. Before, baby, think it out. Stop in the name of love.
It's really been wonderful to be able to get back together and to embark on another side of this career. I mean, it's very few groups that you can honestly say they can go back and grab a career all these years later.
Where you go, each time you leave my door, I watch you walk down the street, knowing other loves you need. Oh yeah, before you break everything and over.
I think what I really appreciate about live performances is the energy that you can have when you're performing live, It's a different energy that you have when you're performing live than when you're doing in something, recorded, because you can do it over and over and over, and it can be a drag, and you got to try to keep the energy up. But when you're on stage, it's a one-time thing. And even if the audience is not right there with you, you know that this is what you have to do. So you have to create your own energy.
The only thing about performing live is that once you make a mistake, that's it. But the trick is to keep on smiling. Regardless of what happens, just keep on smiling. Even if you fall flat on your face, which I have done. I have fallen on stage and I have fallen off the stage, but I kept on smiling.
I know for myself, when I'm doing all this, the preparation is what gets my energy going. You know, it gets my adrenaline going. You know, I start looking at myself and I go, wow, this is Linda Lawrence. You know, before, who the heck was it? You know what I mean?
I'm putting highlights on my nose so it makes the nose appear nice and straight. A little highlight on the chin. Makeup techniques. What am I supposed to be talking about anyway?
Hello, I love that one. That is so cute. I think that's adorable. I really do. He's funny, Martin, you know. And bass player, he is really funny. No, really, the fairly, you know, proper way of saying, hello, cheerio, you know, it's all that sort of what, you know, darling. I love it. I rarely hear cheerio, really. I mean, you think about Cheerios, did you eat?
And you know, the show is wonderful. It's wonderful. I'm just hoping more and more people can see it so they can appreciate, you know, early. I really do. I think they were innovative. I believe that the Supremes came along at a time where there was just no other group like the Supremes. And although there were other groups, you know, the Ronettes, the Chantels, and so forth, but the Supremes were unique in that they had their own sound. Motown sound was really becoming a new thing at the time. And of course, the dresses were wonderful.
Have the right to love, and we've got the right to spread a little bit of that love around.